Good morning guys, welcome back. As you can see here behind me, we are at the visitor center of the Geierlay Hängeseilbrücke, and that means that it's a suspension bridge in English, and this is something that's been on my bucket list for years. It is a suspension bridge crossing a whole valley, so it's a super high one, and it is going to be very busy today because it's still the Pentecost weekend. So it is now, I think, around 8 o'clock in the morning, Sunday morning, nice and quiet. So we're going to hike through the woods to the suspension bridge. It's about 2 kilometers, so it should take half an hour, and then we're going to pass it and get this thing off my bucket list. That wasn't a bad start of the hike, but this is what it's all about. Let's cross it. Sorry for the shaky footage, but the bridge is shaking, it's not me. Bucket list, check. Few little facts: the height of the bridge is 100 meters, the length of the bridge is 360 meters. One little warning: you saw us crossing the bridge with Max and Ravi, and if you are willing to cross any kind of bridges of this type with your dog, make sure that you do not force your dog. As you could see in the video, Ravi is used to these kind of bridges, because when our dogs are puppy, we train them on things like this. When they are too young to go out hiking, we do things like this as a training. Of course, not the whole bridge, but little parts of it. And if your dog is not familiar with bridges like this, keep an eye on your dog. And if you are noticing that your dog is showing any signs of fear, do not force your dog. And if your dog is a little bit hesitant, try to treat your dog, reward your dog with straps that he or she is taking, so that you can cross it safely. But if your dog is afraid, do not force him or her. Look how cute that is. I think that's a perfect place for a little break. Oh, that's super cold, but I think that's super good for my injured foot. So let's enjoy this break. So a little bit of a weird place for my outro, but when we came back at the parking, it was totally crazy. The Germans call it so nicely, and they say the Hulle war los, so the hell break out, because it was so crowded with people. So I decided not to do an outro over there. So we completed the Geierlay Hängeseilbrücke, which was absolutely amazing. It was great that we had it all to ourselves. And at the end, I had some little souvenirs to remind of it. I've got this little silicone bracelet. It says Ich bin drüber, which translates in I'm over, so I've done it. And then here the logo of the Geierlay. Got a little sticker, and I've got sort of a tag that I can attach to my trekking poles. So some nice reminders, and yeah, that was always to remember. It was a great one. Like I mentioned, if you're doing it with a dog, always be aware, because it is something special to do for a dog. A lot of people here were talking to us and asking, well, did your dog cross the bridge? And when we said, yeah, they both did, then they all reacted like, oh, they are so brave and they are so courageous. So it is something special. And we talked to a local here, and he told us that dogs over 10 years old in general do never cross the bridge, and younger dogs always, well, not always, most of the time has to be forced, because because it is wobbly, because the bridge is very wobbly, that scares the dogs off. So always be aware of that. So I would like to thank you for joining us on this bucket list hike. Please consider giving us a like, subscribe to the channel, and notify the alarm bell. And then, as always, enjoy the outdoors. We'll catch you on the next trail. Goodbye.